Alright, welcome back to my opinion. And this video is on the PX4 Storm compact carry. And this is the guts of the PX4 compact carry that I wanted to do for you all. There's another video of me showing the gun itself. You can look that up, just talking about the gun. It also does come, I didn't mention it on the last video, it does come with 3 really good quality magazines. I just wanted to mention that real quick. Now, this is sort of kind of part of the guts of the gun, I guess. Can't really have a gun without the magazine. But this is the guts of the gun. Now, there's 2 of the PX4 store compacts. There's one that's an $800 tier and one that's a $1,200 tier. This is the $800 tier. The biggest difference between the 2 is the $1,200 one has more Langdon tactical stuff, like the trigger bar is polished and coated with some kind of a treatment for salt water and stuff like that, and some of the other inner stuff, inner springs and things like that, I think are as well. Spurless hammer, the barrel itself is different. There's some differences there, but it's mostly internal. The $800 tier has Langdon Tacticals, Ernest Langdon's fingerprints on it. He helped design the gun, a lot of the features that I talked about in the last video. But this video is about the guts of the gun. This is the lower receiver, and you can see it's very robust, very beefy. It's a very stout gun. I'd be careful about taking things out, and it's not a Glock, where just about any idiot can replace springs and, triggers and all kinds of stuff in Glocks. I wouldn't be messing with it. I'd take it to a gunsmith. You might be able to, and you might just be fine. Lots of YouTubers do it. I'm not doing it. I did that to a PO1 one time. Had to take it to a gunsmith to have him put the trigger back in because I couldn't do it. But I'm not mechanically inclined either. But yeah, very beefy. The plastic, the Kydex or whatever you want to call it, it's not like a Glock. It doesn't have that Tupperware kind of flexibility feel. It feels thick, sturdy. Here's the unique thing. Here's the slide, and you can tell the slide. It's very beefy, very robust. It's just a good quality, heavy-duty slide. The recoil rod and spring, I can't tell if that's plastic or steel. Yeah, it's steel. Steel recoil rod, and the spring is very robust too. Very unique. You got to put this in a certain way. Beretta claims that you can't put this together wrong, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's very simple. I'll show you as well. Very robust. The barrel, and this is where the rotating barrel comes in. As you can see right there, there's a locking lug that will go into that groove there. And this barrel will turn. It doesn't, like a Browning, go up and down like that. When you shoot it, it just goes back and forth. So it gives you that little difference of feel on the recoil. There's still recoil. A lot of people will claim, oh, there's no recoil. Yes, there is. But it does feel a little different. But you got to be a recoil connoisseur. But it's very good, very accurate. I shot it. It's very oily. I took it out and shot it today again. Put 50 rounds through it. No problems, of course. It's one of those guns where you just expect it to be a flawless gun. Here's the locking block that goes over that. It's a little tricky sometimes, and you can see the lug right there. That's what fits into that groove on the barrel. It's a unique design. It's cool. and it's steel. This little plate that goes over your spring, you probably don't even really need it. It's fixed to this, but it is plastic, and I mean, very stout, very robust. It just moves a little bit, but it's pretty simple to put back together. It is a little finicky when you're trying to put the locking block back on the barrel, and I'll show you. And you put the recoil rod and spring, you put the little pointy tip into the back of the locking block, because this end here is going to go through the end of the slide in that little hole, come out that little hole. You just drop it down in there like so. Have that little point coming out right there. And then here's where you kind of finagle it around. You have to turn the barrel a little bit to get it to where the lug will fit in there. So it's kind of tricky a little bit. It's not really tricky as it is finicky. It's just you got to turn the barrel a certain way, and I'm still getting used to this. Once you've done it about a few times, maybe once or twice, or like with me, 5 or 6 times, like that's my 3rd time ever doing it, maybe 4th. I got it. And it's never been a hassle. And you just put it on like any other thing, test it, just make sure, just test it, make sure it shoots, functions, everything, and it's that simple. Now, when you break this down, I've seen a lot of videos where they show, here's some little tabs right here, okay, just like kind of like on a Glock. But here's the difference. A lot of people will show it as if you got to pull the tabs down at the same time while you pull the slide back a little bit, and like a Glock. This is easier. You don't have to. Watch this. I pushed one down. I pushed the other one down. Slides right off. You don't have to mess around like a Glock. We've all been like, ouch, with the Glocks, or, cut our finger on an extended slide, extended little lever there. With this, you don't have to. You can pull the tabs down at the same time. You can pull them down separately, each one, and when you put the slide back on, they jump back up, click back up, and it's ready to function. Excellent gun. Here's the case that it comes in. It comes in this case. You get this case, which comes in a cardboard box. And you get this nifty little cup that they give you. I guess that's for pins and stuff like that, if you want to change things out. That way you can drop them down in there, because there's a lot of little pins and springs in this. I'm not messing with that. This will go to a gunsmith if I want to do anything to it. I don't really see the need. It's combat. The difference between the Langdon Tactical $1,200 one, as far as trigger pull, and this one, the $800 one, 8 to 10 pounds double action, 4 pounds, feels a little lighter than that to me, single action. Langdon Tactical, the $1,200 one, 6 to 7 pounds, and you can watch tons of videos, double action, and about 3 pounds single action. And I've even seen one video where the guy couldn't tell the difference before and after. But if you want to spend an extra $400 for Ernest Langdon's sweet touch on these, go for it. He does have a lot of input on the design of these, so these do have his fingerprints on them for sure. The slide, you can watch the other video about all this stuff Langdon Tactical helped with Beretta. It does have a competition trigger from Beretta. It's not a Langdon Tactical trigger assembly or trigger bar, which I like. I want Beretta stuff. The only thing on this gun that's aftermarket are the sights. Excellent gun. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe and be safe.